Hello, my name's Sam Mooneyham, and I am the Director of Student Teaching at Converse University. And I want to begin by expressing my gratitude as well as all of the Department of Education's gratitude for your willingness to work with one of our students at a very important time. I might uh, be stepping on my own toes when I say this, but I think that the student teaching experience and their experience with mentor teachers is every bit, if not more effective and beneficial and shaping in their teaching careers than anything else that they have experienced. We can provide them pedagogy, instructional strategies, curriculum recommendations. But what you offer to our students, our teacher candidates, is something practical and real in real time. And you are providing an example to them every single day. So thank you for that. I want to make sure that your experience is as positive as it can possibly be. And that if you ever find that it is anything other than that, that you will feel free to reach out to me directly. If you would prefer to reach out to the university supervisor first, you are welcome to do that too. But we all want to make sure that you end this experience feeling that it was positive for both you as well as your students. Now, there are a few items that you might have some questions about, and I want to provide some resources and details about what your role looks like during this semester. This very, very important final step of the teacher preparation program for our student teachers. First, we use a learning management system called Student Learning and Licensure. Now, if you have hosted a student teacher or a clinical student in the past couple of years, let's say the past 3 years, I think you already have an account through Student Learning and Licensure. If you don't, however, if you haven't hosted a student teacher or a clinical student, then you haven't yet likely activated your Student Learning and Licensure account. I will say that I have not, at the time of this recording, added all of our mentor teachers' um, information into Student Learning and Licensure, but that is on my the top of my to-do list for the next couple of days. So hopefully you won't hit any snags as you're trying to activate your account. And it just takes a couple of minutes to do that. I am going to actually share my screen and provide you a little bit of information about student learning and licensure and also what purpose it serves for us. So, if you are a mentor teacher who is logging on for the first time, you would want to use your school email address when you're prompted to enter that on the Student Learning and Licensure website, which is, you'll see here, sll.watermarkinsights.com. Then you're going to click Forgot Password and then wait to receive the temporary password through your school email. Use that initially, and then you will be prompted to change it at your convenience. Mentor teachers are asked to complete rubrics for observations, dispositions assessment rubrics, evaluations of the student teacher, evaluation of the university supervisor. There are 6 total assessments that we ask that you complete throughout the course of the semester. If you are looking at student learning and licensure, and you see, for example, there are There are a lot of assessments. Look for the ones that begin with an M for mentor. So, university supervisors, for example, they also complete a dispositions assessment rubric for student teachers, but theirs begins with US for university supervisor. So, you hopefully will be able to see without much. Problem at all, any problem at all, the assessments that we ask for you to complete. They are M1, M2, M3, and so on, six of them in total. And if you have any trouble with that or any questions about that at any time, please don't hesitate to let me know. I do ask that you log on as soon as you're able to so that I can make sure that any glitches or problems that exist can be resolved quickly so that it's not just causing you grief for the duration of the semester. If you could do this within the first week of hosting your clinical or student teacher, that would be perfect. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask your student teacher. But I've also let them know that if they don't feel comfortable or confident enough in their knowledge to provide good information, that they can definitely defer to me. And if you email me or give me a call, I will make every effort to get back to you within that day because I know that this is important to be able to resolve any issues and proceed uh, with no issues. You can also activate your account by calling the helpline. I have this helpline saved on my phone because sometimes there are weird things that happen. Sometimes they're user error, and sometimes it's just something in the website, like they're doing some system update and it just makes things look a little kooky. So you can feel free to give them a call or you can reach out to me. I think that is all the information on student learning and licensure that you need to know about. We don't want to give you any more tasks than you already have in hosting a student teacher. We do have a few other asks of our mentor teachers that aren't tied to completing assessment rubrics. Things like meeting with them to review lesson plans, talking with them about potential student learning objectives, even providing a second set of eyes for their student learning objective drafts, maintaining communication with the university supervisor and with me in the event that something isn't going quite right. For example, if you have a student teacher who is tardy more than once, if you have a student teacher who has chronic absenteeism issues, they know that three is the number of absences that they are permitted, barring any just extraordinary circumstances that they have no control over. I know during COVID that it was really tough because if you had COVID, then you were really out of commission for far longer than those 3 days. So there are always going to be exceptions, but at the first sign that something is not going as smoothly as it should, please let me know, let the university supervisor know, let us both know, and allow us to intervene because we want to do everything to maintain the relationship between you and your student teacher, but we also want to maintain the trust and relationship that Converse has with you and your school and your school district. I want to share with you another resource that I share with our student teachers too, and it might you might find that it is a helpful tool for you. Not a necessary one. You're not having to do anything to interact with or submit anything to this website, but it's specifically for student teachers. It offers things like schedules and forms and other just handy pieces of information that you may not need, but it might help you at some point. For example, if you're wondering, when do I need to release responsibility of my classes? When do I need to conduct my first observation? And other such things. You will find that on our student teaching website. I am going to be emailing you this website address along with other pieces of information like the student teaching handbook, which has a section for you. I think there's a page on the requirements and expectations of mentor teachers. And also, it helps to know what we expect of student teachers in the event that things are not going smoothly. You can see, okay, this is something that should not be occurring, and what is my next step? So, again, going back to the student teaching website, you'll find hopefully some good pieces of information here. And if there's ever anything that you don't find here or on student learning and licensure, let me know, and I can definitely make that right. I can add things that you think would be helpful to this website, and I can also clarify any questions that you have. Now, at the conclusion of student teaching, uh, your your student teacher, they might not think to tell you this, and I definitely want to tell you this, that you will receive your recertification credits and also a voucher for a free graduate course from Converse. So when we get all of those assessments and rubrics and observations, all of that completed and checked off, then Mrs. Jenny Dunn, who is our placement coordinator, she is going to be getting those documents to you so that you can make full use of it. It is definitely not nearly enough for your time and effort, but it's something that we want to provide to you as quickly as possible so that you can make use of it as quickly as you wish. I look forward to working with you all and am so thankful that there are educators who value what we do enough that they want to provide that mentorship to a new group of teacher candidates to get them started in the best possible way. Uh, I know that for my own student teaching experience, it could not have been better. It laid the groundwork for everything moving forward for me in the best possible way. Unfortunately, I know colleagues who has have said the very opposite, that they had a really unsupportive, kind of a traumatic student teaching experience that from which they needed to recover. In hindsight, they said it did help them because it really showed them what they did not want to do as a teacher. So knowing that you, who wouldn't be doing this if you didn't want it and wouldn't be doing this if you weren't highly recommended, are going to be that positive start to a teacher's career. And that's huge. And we are eternally thankful for that. Please don't be a stranger. Let me know if you need anything. In my email to you that I'm going to share links and dates and whatnot, you'll find that my cell number is listed. Please feel free to give me a call or text with anything that you need anytime. If it's in the evening, if it's on the weekend, if it is something that is important, then I am always interested in hearing about it. Thank you. I look forward to seeing you soon.